So I can move this down. All right. Let me see. Hello. Welcome. Let me go ahead and move this down just a smidge. That way we don't have a lot in the... And that should be everything. All right. I think that is everything. So we are ready to go. All right. That's everything. Let me make sure I got my story stuff. Okay. So, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the live stream. If you tuned into the live stream yesterday or watched the video from yesterday, we are just going ahead and continuing from where we left off. So, I'll go ahead and fill you guys in on a recap. So, at the start of the scenario, right, there was this old man that came out of the boogie monster that we defeated in the introductory scenario, and he was kind of talking to us, and we had no idea who he is, but he said in order for him to help us, we needed to retrieve 3 of his items, and that was his toolbox, some wine, and I believe it was, let me grab the scenario booklet, and I believe that was his hat, maybe? Let me double check. So his tools, a book, and wine. Okay, those are the old man's 3 special items. He told us not to trust our eyes because things are going to get crazy. And so we went ahead and started out in the common area. We then went to the common area, progressed through out into this forest, and then where we last left off was the home is where the hate is. All right, so let's go ahead and pick up right where we left off, guys. I'll go ahead and read to you the scenario, and you can kind of follow along with me. So, home is where the hate is. So it says, following the path and studying the fog for movement, you start wondering how it can be possible that you are outside the hospital, but it definitely looks like you're outside. Maybe the old man was wrong and you can find a way to escape out here. You start to notice a solid mass coming clear in the mist. You struggle to make it out, but it looks like a building in a break in the trees. No, that's not quite right. It's multiple buildings, maybe huts or cabins. Is it possible that there's a village or small settlement here? But who could live here? The old man said that the locals had stolen his books. Maybe you're about to find them again. So then it tells me to place the center of village tile right below the forest tile and populate it, which I have done so. All right, and then, which is right there. And then it's going to tell us to remove token B. And if I have already placed a tile to the right of D, then I will remove D. The fountain, which is where H is going to be, is at the intersection of 4 spaces, and characters on any of these 4 spaces may interact with the token, and I may now continue playing, okay? So B was right here, the space that Gary Wolfenwalde was on, guys. So I went ahead and removed the token B. I populated all of this, and I have no tiles to the right of D, which is here. That will be left as is. Again, guys, with the story mode or with the scenario, anytime a character lands on a certain question mark like this or a number or a letter, I will read that from that entry from the scenario booklet. All right, so we are ready to continue where we left off, guys. All right. For those of you guys who are watching, thank you for joining in. So we're going to go ahead and start where we left off. I do believe that Gary Wolfenwalde's turn is up, right? Because where I started my turn here, I was surrounded by enemies. I used my obsessive jealousy ability to do an AoE, which was require me to spend an action point. So they all got destroyed. That was one action. And then I moved for my second action. And then my third action was to move on that space. I technically would still have one more move action. So what I'll do is I will open the door right there for my final action with Gary Wolfenwalde. All right. So then next up after Gary, we would have, where was my man? Ian Macfellow. All right, Ian Macfellow. Again, guys, if you guys did not watch the stream last time, I do have a lot of the components off screen here. I mean, you can see Leona Tincrow and all of her stuff, but I got Ian down over here, and then Gary is over here to the left as well. All right. So Ian Macfellow is next. Okay, so he is all the way. Liana and Ian are all the way over here, so I need to find a way to get them in this area so we can start progressing and they don't get left behind before Gary just gets obliterated by all these people. So the only way he can move, I can flee from the state trooper in here and take a damage of health, which I think I might just do to try and get these guys clear of this area. So, because then technically what I could do is, you're not supposed to, but for table space and camera space, if I clear my two characters from this board and move them over here and these guys go away as well, I can then take this board off and then just have these two for right now. But let's go ahead and do that because Ian's sitting at 6. He does technically need to die, all right? That is one of his objectives. So I will use a movement point, so 1 there, and then I will move away and flee, and I will need to take a damage for that. So we'll go ahead and grab 1 damage counter onto Mr. Ian Macfellow. So that was 1, and then I'm going to use another action point to get 2 movement points to go 1 and 2. And I think I'm going to do my last one to go 1 and 2. All right, so Ian Macfellow is on his way to try and help Gary Wolfenwalde, and then the last person in the sequence would be Liana Tin Crow. So we'll spend an action point to go 1 and 2. I think I might go read C. I might go over to C over there just to see what it is. It could be a waste of time. But you know what? I'm going to leave C over there by itself. I feel like that could be a waste of time. I have an objective. I need to get it down over here. And so we're going to do that. So that was 1 and 2. We're going to go 3 and 4. And she's going to be on the same space as Ian. And let's see. This is the only way to get through there. So she has 1 action left. I could... here's what I can do, okay? So I have 1 action left with Liana. Real quick, though, before I do that, I'm going to take one of my free actions here, and I'm going to upgrade my Pied Piper pipe, right? So I just need any junk and a pipe to upgrade this, giving me now a range of 0 to 3 on this item, and then allowing me to re-roll 1 die in terms of that, all right? So here is one of my pipes, and then here's just a rope that I'm going to use as a generic piece of junk. So when you spend junk, guys, it'll go back in the bag, all right? And then I will now get to upgrade my lovely, where's my upgrade tokens right here? So these are the little upgrade tokens that come in the game. You'll just go ahead and place them on the card just like that, indicating that you have upgraded the card. All right. So that was a free action. All right. Okay, so that was a free action. Just trying to make sure I got everything going here. That was a free action. And then for my next free action, I'm going to do a Gift of the Brain, okay? I gain a D3 die and go ahead and roll that. So let's go ahead and roll, and whatever my roll is, I will go ahead and gain that amount in insanity. So I roll a 6, all right? So that is cut in half, but I will gain 3 insanity. However, I can only gain 1 because I already have 5, all right? So now I'm at 6 insanity. So for 6 insanity, I'm going to, for a free action, I'm going to spend 6 insanity to upgrade my wisdom stat on Liana Tin Crow by 1, all right? Giving me a +1. So I'll take this +1 wisdom token right here, and I will just set it on Liana Tin Crow to verify that I now have a +1 on my wisdom stat. So this will now give me 3 wisdom. So I will be able to, okay, I will be able to use all the specializations of the Pied Piper when I unlock them, okay? So that was kind of a lot. So I don't have any insanity left. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this Pied Piper, and I'm going to attack this Hellhound right here, okay? So again, with the Pied Piper card, I'll go ahead and bring that back out. The Pied Piper card normally was a range of 0 to 2, but now I have upgraded it, making a range of 0 to 3, okay? Go ahead and I can actually move it closer. Let me move it closer to the camera so you guys can see what we're looking at. So normally it has a range of 0 to 2, and then it now has a range of 0 to 3 on it, like that. All right, so this is within 3 spaces, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll for the Hellhound. All right, so I'm rolling 3 dice. Okay, we have 3 dice, and the Hellhound is defending with 1 blue. So let me go ahead and get this, and then if there's any lightning, I get a frost as well. So, okay, so he does nothing. I'm allowed to re-roll 1 die, so I'm going to re-roll the green die. All right, insanity, perfect. So he has rolled a blank. I am hitting him for 1, and I also frostbite all monsters in the area, but he will die. I get 2 insanity, and that is a success. All right, so the Hellhound will be defeated. Leona Tincrow will gain an insanity, and then I also gain 2 more insanity from the from my roll. Okay, so that was all 3 actions with Leona Tincrow. So that was all 3 of my actions with all of my characters, guys. So now we're going to go ahead and go into the monster phase, all right? So we're going to start with the wonderful Big Bad Hunt Master over here. So he will step off and draw a card. So this one is going to say, whoops. So this is going to say, let me pull this close to you guys so you can see. All right, it's quiet, too quiet. It doesn't seem that things are getting worse for you this round. You don't know if that's a good thing or if it means that someone must be plotting something really bad. Either way, nothing special is going to happen this round. All right, perfect. We lucked out. We lucked out. So nothing special is going to happen this round. So next, we're going to go into the monster movement phase. I forgot my reference sheet. Yep. Over here, let me just double check. So hunt phase, basic elite monster movement phase. All right, so everything is going to move. So we'll go ahead and start with the state troopers. So all of these state troopers are going to move 1. So this guy would move here, this guy would move here. This state trooper, that's a wall, so he's going to move here. Okay, he is going to move here, and I believe that's all the state troopers, all right? Now, with the Hellhound is going to move 2, so it's 1 and 2 for the Hellhound. And then the Orderlies are going to move. So Orderlies are moving 1. He would move 1 down to here. And then I'm not sure if more than 1 character can occupy a space. Let me see. There was... I'm pretty sure... I know 2 can at least occupy a space, but I'm not sure. Give me a sec. I'm going to need to check the rule book on that while we verify. If you guys know and watching in the chat, go ahead and drop it in the chat if more than 1 character can occupy, or if there can be more than 2. I know at least 2 can occupy, but let's see if more than 1 can occupy real quick. Give me a sorry, guys. We are looking at campaign, item limit, hunt monster track, key concepts, equipment cards, weapon cards, gameplay. Let me see. That is the movement phase. Where's their movement phase here? Okay. Shortest path, it means they cannot put a path. It takes them through walls. They can't travel through doors. Only stop while in space with 1 or more characters. This means that a monster that starts the movement. Alright. I don't see. I think more than one monster can be on the same space. Because I did do it last time, if I remember correctly. I don't know why I just thought of that, but oh well, we're just gonna say it. All right, so the orderly is on the space right there. All right, and that orderly moved down one. Now I need to shift all of the missed tokens. So all of the missed tokens will move towards one player, move towards one player, and move towards this area right here. All right, and because of that, it says whenever a missed token shares the same space as a character, flip the missed token and replace it with the monster shown on the reverse of the token. All right, so let's flip this missed token, and what do we have? We have a orderly. All right, so an orderly will be coming out there. Ay, ay, ay. This looks like this can go really, really bad. This went from doing great to very, very bad, okay? Then we're going to go ahead and spawn some monsters. So starting with Gary Wolfenwalde, let me go ahead and grab this spawn monster deck. And we are doing a Hellhound on yellow. So the closest yellow to Gary is going to be, it would be this one here. All right. We're now going to do one for Ian Macfellow as a state trooper in purple. So I will need a state trooper. Ian is here, so a purple will be there. And then the last one is going to be Liana Tincrow, which is a Hellhound in yellow. So the closest Hellhound in yellow to Liana Tincrow is going to be this one, I believe. But there's already a monster there, so it would be the next closest yellow, which would be this one. 1, 2, 3. I don't see any other yellows on the board. That's purple. That's a yellow. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. That's, what is that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's where that one is going to go. All right. And now they're all going to attack. Okay, so let's start with my state troopers, okay? Let's start with the state troopers. Always kind of go in order. So there's no state troopers that are in range to attack, all right? So we're good there. Next, go to the Hellhounds. There's no Hellhounds. And then last but least, we have orderlies, okay? So we're just going to go from the top down because all three of these orderlies can attack. All right, and so this orderly is going to attack Gary Wolfenwalde here. So when an orderly attacks, he is using a red dice and a green dice. So just to show you his card again, guys, because it is off screen. So this orderly, when he is going to attack, he'll be using a red die and a green die, range of 0 to 1. And if he gets a lightning bolt, it will count as a success. All right. And Gary Wolfenwalde is going to be defending with a straight jacket. So I just have a generic straight jacket of rolling a blue die, but I also have this handy dandy Crusader shield right here, which is going to automatically add a defense for me. And if I roll a lightning bolt, I get a deflect as well, which the attacker will take 1 wound automatically, okay? So we got the orderly rolling a red dice and a green dice. I'm rolling 1 blue dice with Mr. Gary here. So let me grab the dice rolls and let's see what we get. All right, so he is hitting me for 3. I rolled a blank, but I automatically get a block, okay? So I will be getting hit for 2. And this orderly will be taking a damage in return, all right? So I will be suffering 2 wounds. So boom and boom. This is going to make 5 wounds on Gary right now, okay? So that's 3, 4, and 5. So I'll give you a look at, since it is off screen, I'll give you a look at Gary's panel there. So he's got 5 wounds on him. I'm actually going to trade 4 of these out and grab a 4 wound token. All right, so that's Gary's panel right there. We got 3 insanity, a red pill, and 5 wounds. So he's got a health of 9. So he is looking pretty rough. He might actually die this turn. Okay, so the orderly will then take a wound as in return. And so you'll just put the wound token on that space with that monster, or like this is the only bad thing is like you gotta tuck. You can kind of like tuck the wound in the monster, so you know he's got a wound. All right. The next orderly, which is my man right here, so he's doing the same thing. He's attacking Gary Wolf and Waddle, so we'll see if I can, you know, prevent something here. Come on, guys. Come on, Gary, give me something. Woof. All right. That is not bad. Okay, so he's hit me for 3. I block 1. I get an automatic block, right? So I will only take 1 damage. All right, and then I will be dealing 1 damage back to this guy right here. So we'll just go ahead and tuck that in return. And then the last orderly, which is going to be right here, guys, is going to be attacking me from behind. All right, come on, Gary, stay alive. Give me a good roll, Gary. Give me a good roll, good roll, good roll, good roll. Let's see what we get. Oh, okay, I lucked out. So Insanity doesn't do anything for the monsters. He gets 1 success. I roll a blank, but I get to automatically prevent 1 damage. So I take no wounds. And then this orderly right here will take a wound because of my deflect. Okay, so that was all of the monsters' attack phase. We'll now go back up top to the maintenance phase where all of my characters will, their cards, that their OCD cards, I mean, not their OCD cards, I'm sorry guys. The disorder cards that were on cooldown are now going to get 1 round closer to not being on cooldown, but this is actually really good because this gets my fixation cooldown. This is off cooldown now for Leona Tincrow. My insecurity is off cooldown on Ian MacFellow. And that's kind of where we're at. So then I will pass the first player token. It's going to go to my man Ian MacFellow over here. And then we are going to start a new turn. All right. We got a lot of action going on here. Okay, so let's see. Ian MacFellow. What do we got over here? So I got 2 blue, a brown pill, a green pill with him, and 4 insanity. Okay. Gotta be range 1 of 4. Okay. All right. So here is what I'm thinking. So we are gonna go spend 1 action point to move twice. We're gonna go 1 and 2. Okay. So Ian MacFellow is gonna go there. I am going to spend 3 insanity to do my fireball, okay? 3 insanity to do fireball. So I will show you Ian MacFellow's character card so you can see here. So this is what I'm going to do, fireball, right? So this is going to count as an action. I'm going to roll 2 red dice. This must be in a range of 1 to 4, okay? This must be line of sight. This is going to do AoE damage and also deal fire damage to everything on that space. Any lightning bolts that I get will add an extra green dice, okay? So we're going to go ahead and spend my 3 insanity and go ahead and fireball this space right here with these 3 guys on it, okay? So I will have to do a defense roll for every single buddy on this space. So let's go ahead and get all this stuff prepared. So we're going to start with the State Trooper, okay? So I need 2 red, and he's on fire. So he's on fire. I'm fairly confident I'm going to kill all 3 of these guys because this orderly does have a wound, okay? So I'm not going to put any fire out until I have to, but a fire will give me 1 extra hit on top of my roll, okay? So I got 2 red for my generic attack. If I get a lightning bolt, I'll get to add a green. The State Trooper is rolling a brown and a blue, okay? So let's do the State Trooper roll here. Wow. All right, so my man defends with 3. I hit for 2. Plus the fire gives me an additional 3, and he actually takes no damage. Look at that. See, I was talking trash, and the Lobotomy dice said, we are going to show you talking trash, okay? So I need to grab me a fire token, and which I got here, and we're just gonna slide this on the state trooper just like that. All right. So next we need to do the orderly, okay? So the orderly is rolling 2 blue. All right. And he gets an automatic success. So, wow, again? So he blocks 3. He gets an automatic success for 4. I just hit for 2 plus fire, which is an additional. And my goodness, I'm just gonna put a fire token there, signifying that he's on fire. Okay, I gotta at least kill one of them. See, this is embarrassing. I was talking all this trash that I was gonna wipe all of them out, and I basically did nothing. Okay, and so then the last thing that I'm gonna do is I realize I messed up. I should have done something else, but it's all right. I'll show you what I should have done because I had a thing just come off cooldown. All right, so I need for the Hellhound. All right, so I get 2. Now I get all the big rolls. Okay, so that is 5 plus an additional 6, and I get an insanity. There's an insanity on the red die. And he just rolled, the Hellhound just rolled an insanity. So at least the Hellhound is dying. And I am collecting a insanity. All right. So that puts me back at 2. Okay. So that was my second action. So I now have one more action with Ian MacFellow. Okay. Firstly, what I'm going to do is use my insecurity disorder card, which is going to allow me for free draw 2 pills. From the med bag. All right, so let me go ahead and get the med bag right here, and I'm just gonna grab 2, and we are getting a red and a blue pill. Okay, red and a blue pill. So he's got a lot of pills, man. He loaded up over here with pills. The last thing I'm gonna do with Ian MacFellow, I believe, is I'm going to do what I should have done because this just came off cooldown, and that is my Dragon's Breath card, okay? Hopefully the camera will... There we go. All right, I'm going to do my Dragon's Breath card. So attack of 1, this is going to cost an action point. I rolled 2 red and 2 green. I got to be in range of 0 to 1. This is going to be an AoE and fire and a lightning bolt for every success, and this is going to go on a cooldown of 3, okay? So let me go ahead and grab my 3 cooldown tokens to do this, and we're going to use Dragon's Breath, all right? So I get 2 red and 2 green, and this is hitting AoE for everything, okay? So I need the State Trooper, which is a blue and a brown. Let's go ahead and roll this and see what we're getting. Okay, so that is... All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, he's defending 3. So he'll take 5 damage, and I also gain an insanity. So he would take an extra damage because of fire, so that would be 9 successes, technically, is what I rolled against him. He would prevent 3 of it, so he is still taking 6 damage. That is enough to knock him out. So this State Trooper will get up out of here, and then I'll gain an insanity for that State Trooper. Okay, now we have to make a roll for the orderly here. So the orderly rolls 2 blue. He gains an automatic. Well, yeah, so that was my result. So let me do my result. Okay, so that's my result. And we roll for that. So he blocks 1. He's taking a whole crap ton of damage. So he will die as well. Technically, remember, I rolled 9. He will block 1. He rolls 1. So that's 7. He would take 7 damage. So he is defeated. So I will gain a insanity token. And then I will get to draw a junk from the junk bag for... defeating an elite monster. All right, all right. Hello, guys. Welcome to the stream if you were just now joining in. So this is a piece of wood. All right, we're going to go down here. We are streaming Lobotomy 2 Manhunt Scenario 2. All right, And then, so that is Ian MacFellow's entire turn, right? So let me take this fire token away. All right, so that is that. So the last person on deck, or the next person actually, is Leona Tincrow. Not the last person, because Ian was the one that started it off for us. All right, so I miss Leona Tincrow right here. I need to get a range of 0 to 2. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is use one of her special abilities called the Gift of Brain, okay? And I will gain a D3 dice, all right? Which I'll be rolling a D6, okay? And just getting half the results, all right? So I rolled a 6, so I will be gaining 3 insanity tokens, all right? So let me go ahead and grab 3, 1, 2, and 3, okay? The next thing I will be doing is, let's see, I will be spending 4. I'm going to use this Gift of a Heart, right? So this is going to be restore X amount of health to any character in line of sight for as much insanity as I'm willing to pay. And you know what? Since she does gain a lot of insanity, I think I might just spend all 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I actually have 6. So I think I'm just going to spend all 6 of my insanity to fully heal Gary Wolfenwalde here, because he has 6 wounds on him, all right? So I will be able to fully heal Gary Wolfenwalde. That's a very powerful ability that she has there, Miss Leona Tincrow. I'm glad we picked you up, okay? And then because of that, I have accomplished a third of her quest, which is restore 3 or more health at once 3 different times, okay? So for that, I'm just going to go ahead and put one of these little trackers down here at the bottom to signify I have completed 1. I have done that 1 time with her ability. Okay, so both those were free actions, guys, right? Those are free actions using my abilities. They did not cost any points. Again, some abilities do cost an action if it says action on there, okay? So let's see. I mean, look, we're feeling good with what we got right here, okay? I think what I'm going to do is... What is the orderly? Is 3 plus? All right. I think we're going to go spend 1 action point to go 1 and 2. All right. We're going to spend another action point to go 1 and 2 to open this door up right here. And then again, this mist token will activate, which is anytime a character comes in the same space as a mist token, will spawn a monster. So that is a orderly. All right, so we got another orderly coming out in this spot right here. Okay, and then I think I can flee from the orderly because the flee condition is 3 plus on the dexterity. So Leona Tincrow has 2, but because of these sandals of the Hermes right here, this is going to give me an extra +1 to my dexterity stat. So I could run away and go to H or D, whichever one I would like to. So that's what I'm thinking, okay? But I'm not quite sure yet which one I should go to, because we're going to see here what we have. Let me see. I feel like I should maybe go in order, but I don't know if I'm going to miss anything. I think I am just going to... It says whenever a character goes on any of these spaces. So technically, as soon as I hit that spot, I'm at H. So we'll go ahead and just do that. So my next one is going to be moved here. So let me double check and see what that says. So it says the letter H is at the intersection of 4 spaces. Characters on any of these 4 spaces may interact with the token. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and interact with this H token that is right here. and we'll go ahead now and read an entry to the for the game. So I'm gonna have to go actually a little farther down the book. All right, so we are at entry S2H. All right, so it says, "Wish there was something real." Okay, in the center of the village, you're surprised to find a fountain of crystal clear water. How something can remain so untainted in the midst of this whole horror is beyond you, but it certainly looks like it has retained its purity. Maybe a clue to this riddle is right there in the pool under the jet of water, where you can clearly see hundreds, maybe thousands of glimmering coins. You know people around the world cast coins into fountains to make a wish, and obviously they aren't really magical. Magic doesn't really exist, does it? Not in the real world, but here, at this asylum, maybe, just maybe, you check to see if you have a coin to toss in the water, okay? If you have the coin, you can discard it as you threw it into the fountain and read paragraph S2H1. So we do not have the coin. If you don't have it, you can try to imagine a coin to throw. If so, read paragraph S2H. If a character doesn't want to interact with the fountain, just leave letter token H here. Any character can try interacting with it later. You may now continue playing, okay? So I don't think I'm going to try and I think I'm gonna try and find the coin, okay? That's probably the best. More than likely, again, I'm gonna have to make a test. Majority of the time, the tests are a 3 or a 4, and you're gonna use your insight. And I don't know. I'm just not confident, and because I have to roll 3 dice. This bonus would only apply to a search, okay? So I think I'm just going to go ahead and go there, and then, if I recall, I had 1 movement, right? I had 1 more move because I went for free, so that was 1, 2. I fleed from him to go there. So that was 1, 2. 1, had to open the door, have to go here, and then now we're gonna go to D. Okay, so I'm gonna interact with D and see what we got for right there. All right, so let me go ahead and go back to D. All right, this says the living core. Following the path through the village, you notice more buildings in the distance, and from what you can make out through the fog, one looks large enough to be a warehouse, maybe. As you get closer, you see that many old, broken, and destroyed weapons litter the ground. Any attempt to pick them up just makes them crumble to dust. There's also decaying military uniforms, rusted helmets, tarnished dog tags. Due to the state of it all, you can't quite tell which army the uniform belongs to. To the best of your knowledge, you shouldn't be anywhere near any army. You'd certainly never see any troops at the hospital. Something strange is going on. So what's new? You have to focus on your mission, okay? So going to the next page right over here, guys, it says place the old asylum ruins and kennel tiles to the right of the existing tiles and populate them as shown below, okay? You will remove letter tokens C and D from the board. If the story event card S2EC3 has been revealed, remove it, and any success that had already been accumulated for its tests. You may now continue playing. All right, so we're going to do this one at a time. So I got to get a lot of tiles out. So I need the old asylum. I need the ruins and the kennels, all right? Ooh, people. All right, so let me grab... All right. So we have these 3 tiles, right? So I have the old asylum tile. Right there, we have the ruins tile. Right here. And then the kennel tile right there. All right. So I'm going to have to configure how I want to get all these tiles out here on the board and in space. So I need to go, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, the Old Asylum should be going here to the right of the existing tiles. So Old Asylum should be there. The middle one should be, yeah, so Old Asylum should be up top. Then the, looks like the of the forest. Let me make sure that that is correct. No, the ruins. So that needs to be. Is it just like that? Yeah. So that should go there, and then the kennels below that one there, I believe. No, it should go like that. So that's how that one should go. Okay. So give me a second. So I'm gonna need to shift all of this stuff over and make some space for these tiles. So I think what I'm going to do in this instance, guys, is this tile that you see here, I'm going to move this tile, and what I'm going to do is just move these state trooper guys onto a space, and then I'm going to go and clean this tile up and then use, that way I can shift these two tiles here and then have the 3 tiles up there like that. All right, so give me a sec while I'm doing all this. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have been following along, I told you this is a very lengthy, these are very lengthy scenarios, okay? So definitely very lengthy, but I'm enjoying it so far. Again, it gives you a lot of flavor and substances. I do believe I also forgot to do the Huntmaster on the last round, maybe. All right, so let me do this. Okay, so we're taking this tile out. Put that one over there. And we're just going to shift these over this way. Okay. See if we can make room. That guy is good. All right. Make sure everything looks good. I have a little room to come down just a smidget. Make sure that looks good on the stream. All right. Straighten it up. All right. So let's see. We need the kennel is coming down here. All right. And that one is coming there. Man, I'm not going to have any room to place this old asylum anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna leave the. Let me see. Put the old asylum up there for now. Let me see what is on the actual old asylum. E is in the old asylum. Okay. So I'm going to need to go to E because that's where the toolbox is. Sorry, guys, if I'm cheating. I'm just trying to read ahead to see if I really need any of this stuff. E is the toolbox. All right, so eventually I'm going to have to get to E. But in the meantime, we're going to run it with that. Again, I think what I'm going to do is once I can kind of, as I leave a tile behind, I think what I'll do is shift and add in a new, add in some new stuff. All right, so I need a, let's start with this bottom tile. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put a door. We're going to put a door there. I need a hellhound in this spot here. I need a search token. Grab some of these. All right. Broken rock. We'll go here. Bust through that wall. All right. We need a search token. We need a... okay, so a door there. I need another door. Okay, looking at another door there. So that's good, right? I should have a door, hellhound, door, search, and broken wall. All right, that is perfect. We'll need a mist token. Grab a random mist token and put it there. Okay, I'm gonna need the letter G. I will need the letter G to go here. Okay. And then I need a door and another search token. All right. Door and another search token. So search, and we got myself another door. All right. Oops. Okay. So mist token, G, search, and door. All right. I'm gonna need another mist token to go right here. Yep, right there. I need a orderly. Orderly coming in. Orderly's gonna be right there. We need another door and search token. So another door here. All right. We need a search token and a broken wall. All right, broken wall. Drop my broken wall. Oh no. Broken wall is gonna go that way. All right. Search token in this room. Okay. That's that. Then across, we need another state trooper and an orderly. So state trooper next to the red. Okay. We need an orderly right above them, which is going to be there. Okay. So we have that whole room populated. We need, boom, that area populated. So now we need, I need F, mist, J. Okay. So mist token is going here. F is going there. J is going there. All right. That is F. Perfect. And J is going there. Okay. J, I need another state trooper to go here. All right. And then I need another search token. Okay. And then we already got J. All right, nothing next to J. I need another search token above this one here. And then we got a mist token going there. All right, let me make sure that that is the cutoff. Okay, so that should be everything for these two tiles. Again, guys, I have the asylum tile above. The asylum tile is above this one. I think what I'm going to do is just go this way, clear this area out, and then once I clear this area out, kind of shift everything down and hopefully take that area away. Because let me see. I'm just going to look ahead to see where, if I need any more. Yeah, so I don't need any more tiles, okay? So what I can kind of do is find a way to remove these once that goes away and then kind of go from there. But essentially, could I not just cut across that way? I'm pretty sure I can. I'm pretty sure that's how it works out. Like I could technically just go that way and do that. So we'll kind of see how that goes, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay. So where are we at? So it says we are right here. So you see what I'm saying? So that's how it was supposed to set up. I would need to set up this one. Gonna kind of maybe play it. I'll have to see. I might. I'll think of a way. I'll think of a way to figure that out. But it says remove letter tokens C and D. Okay, so C is going away and D is going away. All right. It says if the story event card S2EC3 has been revealed, remove it and any successes that I've had on that one. All right. So what is this? This is EC2. So EC3 has not been revealed. So I can ignore that. And I can now continue playing. So I do believe that was the end of Leona Tincrow's turn. So the last person that is, let me go ahead and put Leona Tincrow back down here in front of me. What did I do with her stack of cards? All right, it's over here. All right. So I do believe that was her. I'm going to put these cards here. All right. I do believe that was all of her turn. Okay. And then the last person to go is Gary Wolfenwalde. All right. So my man Gary, let's see what we're doing. I think Leona Tincrow is pretty good on her own, I want to say, but maybe not. I want Ian Macfellow needs to die. Okay, that is one of his objectives, is to die. So I might just send him YOLO out here by himself, and I might have Gary stick with Leona Tincrow to see what's going on there. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So I do not have a dexterity of 3+ with Gary, so I will need to go ahead and attack this lovely orderly right here. Okay, before I do that though, yeah, I don't have anything. All right, so I'm going to attack him with a Hades Cleaver. Okay, so I got the Hades Cleaver right here. So if I had a strength of 4, I would be able to gain access to these specialized. I do not. I'll still be able to gain access to this extra green die. So I'm rolling 3 green die because his strength is 3, and then I'll be getting an extra green die as well. All right, so I'll be rolling 4 green die against the 2 blue die that the orderly is. Grab that D6 out the way. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3 successes, 0 blocks. He blocks, the orderly automatically blocks 1, so I'm still hitting the orderly for 2, which it does have 2 health. And so I am successful. Well, actually, he only had 1 health left because he had a wound. So I'm successful in knocking out that orderly. All right, so I will gain an insanity for that. And that was an elite monster. So I will go ahead and do 1 to my objective. I'm pretty sure I defeated an elite monster in the last time. But we'll just keep track of it like that. All right. So then that is, I also get to draw a junk from the bag for defeating an elite monster. All right. So, oh, that's a, why is a pill doing in a jump bag? Uh-oh. And I'm going to gain a rock, all right? So we gain a rock and put that pill back in the pill bag. All right. Let's see. I need a rope in order to upgrade my Hades Cleaver that I got over there, all right? So that was 1 action. Again, I think I want to get him down over to Leona Tincrow. So I'm going to go ahead and spend another action to move. I will move here, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my cleaver again on this lovely orderly down here, all right? So let's go ahead and roll some dice. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. He blocks 1 automatically, and then he gets an extra block, so he's blocking 2. Okay. He did not roll any. He did not roll any. Let me getting stuck on my bags. All right. He did not roll any lightning bolts, so I'm safe there from deflect. And so again, I had 4 successes. He rolled 1 success. He gets an automatic block, so he will block 2. And so I'm hitting him for 2. He does have a health of 2, so he will get knocked out. I will gain an insanity. All right, this is going to put him at 5. I will also get to draw another piece of junk from the bag here. And that's a red piece of junk there, okay? And then I've defeated another elite monster, so I'll go ahead and put another objective on my thing. So just taking a look, I'll show you guys his card to see where he's sitting at. I think every turn I'm going to show you his card to see where they're sitting at the end of their turn, okay? So Gary Wolfenwalde is fully healed up. He's got full health. His quest is to defeat 3 elite monsters. I have defeated 2 of them. He's got 2 pieces of junk. He's got a red pill, and he has 5 insanity, all right? So that is where Gary Wolfenwalde is set up, all right? So I believe that is all their turns, right? Because I spent 1 for Gary to defeat the first elite monster, moved him, and then used my second action to attack that elite monster again. So that is 3. All right. So we are now going into the Huntmaster phase again. So we'll go ahead and draw a card and do this. Look at that. It's quiet, too quiet again. We lucked out again, right? It doesn't seem that things are getting worse for you this round. You don't know if that's a good thing or if it means that someone must be plotting something really bad. Either way, nothing special is going to happen this round. All right. So we lucking out with the Hunt Monster. He's quiet. I don't know if I should be scared because the Hunt Master is so quiet. You know, and he's saving up something big. He's letting me get a big head over here so that he can take me out eventually, all right? So we are now moving into the, let me get my phase tracker again, make sure I always forget. So that was the Hunt phase. We're now going into the basic and elite monster movement phase. All right, so let's start with all my state troopers. So we got a state trooper is going to move here. This guy will move here. That's the 3 on that tile. We got a state trooper that's going to move there. All right, we got a state trooper that is moving. He would move that way because that's the closest, unless it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. No, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So really, he would move back that way because let me make sure again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a wall, so he can't go that way. And yeah, so he would be going back this way. So he would move 1 back that way. All right, and then we got a state trooper over here. Let me make sure we're moving that direction, okay? So those are all of these state troopers, all right? Now we're going to move to the Hellhounds. So the Hellhounds will be moving 2 spaces. That's 1 and 2. Hellhounds are good there. We got 1 and 2. Get some space for him. We have 1 and 2. That Hellhound will go there. And then that's all the Hellhounds, okay? The orderlies will go ahead and move. So he's going to go ahead and move 1 onto that space. No orderlies there. He's moving up 1 and he's moving over 1, okay? Let's see. I had a state trooper and a Hellhound. So I had a Hellhound that would be moving. Let me double check here. So we had a Hellhound that would go 1 and 2. A Hellhound that was on the Asylum tile, guys, would be moving 1 and 2. So he would pop up there. And then we had a state trooper that would stay on the Asylum tile. And we had a Hellhound that would move 1 and 2, staying on the Asylum. Okay, so I got a tracker of those 2 guys. Other than that, that is all the monsters. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and spawn some monsters, okay? So starting with the first player, who was Ian Macfellow. All right, we're going to go ahead and spawn a state trooper on purple. All right, state trooper on purple. Let me go ahead and grab another one of my troopers here. So this is going to be the closest purple to Ian. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2. So 1 is going to go there. All right, and then we have Miss Leona Tin Crow. Reshuffle the deck. All right, so go ahead and reshuffle the deck. So she lucks out. All right, we are good there. And then the last one is Gary Wolfenwalde, which is going to be a orderly on red. All right, orderly on red. Let me see, got him right there. The closest red to Gary, 1-2, 1-2. So it's basically my choice. The most hindrance to Gary would be here rather than there. Okay. All right. Well, look, that is all of the spawn monster phase. Now we're going to all attack. So let's take a look at state troopers. Well, let me take a look at my characters and see who is attacking them. All right. So no state troopers, no state troopers, no state troopers. State troopers are good. All right. The next hellhounds. So we got a hellhound that's going to be attacking Ian MacFellow. So hellhounds are attacking with 2 green dice. Ian is just going to be defending with the generic blue dice, and that is that. All right, so generic blue dice. All right, so I get hit for 1. All right, that's easy peasy. So 1 damage going to Ian MacFellow. All right. Any other hellhounds? No more hellhounds, and now we go to orderlies, okay? So this orderly is going to be attacking Ian MacFellow right there, so I need 2 reds, or no, a red and a green for him, and then I'm defending with 1 blue, all right? So this orderly right here is hitting me for 3, because the lightning bolts counts as a success. So 3, I get to block 1, so I'm taking 2 damage. All right, so we're taking 2 damage. So Mr. Ian MacFellow has 3 health left. Well, no, he's already got 1 damage. So he's got 2 health left. All right, come on. I need him to die. He wants to die because then he can become resurrected as Ian the White instead of Ian the Gray. All right, so those are them. This guy, range of 0 to 1. Nope. Range of 0 to 1. Range of 0 to 1. Nope. He cannot do that, all right? And then we are good to go, all right? So then we would pass the first player marker, all right? So Leona Tinker, well, before that, everybody would go ahead and get cooldowns. So cooldowns would get removed from each of this stuff. So 1 from Dragon's Breath, 1 from Obsessive Jealousy, and we are good to go. All right, so Leona Tin Crow, Miss Tin Crow right here. Look, girl, you can just go this way, and you ain't got to go all the way around. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually forgot to remove all the mist tokens. I keep forgetting that. So mist token here, mist token will go up. This mist token would go up. This mist token going over, this one's going to go down, and this one's going to go over as well. All right, so Miss Tin Crow, here's what you're going to do, girl. We is chilling. We is chilling. We are going to go spend 1 movement point to... Actually, I can blink. Shoo-wee! Yep, that's what we're going to do. So, I'm going to do something crazy. Because G is there. Alright, yep. I'm going to do something crazy. So, I'm going to play, I'm going to use one of her disorder cards called Neurocognition, okay? So, this is going to cost me 0 action points. So, it's going to be a free move. I get to blink 2, alright? Which is teleport 2 spaces. Taking all of my non-boss monsters on my space with me, alright? So, I may instead spend 1 insanity to blink 2 alone, right? So, I actually have no monsters on my space. So, let me go ahead and get 3 cooldown tokens for this. So, that's 1, 2, and 3, alright? And then, I'm going to go ahead and blink, big brain play, through the wall, going 1 and 2. All right, so I'm blinking straight into this room. So again, that was a free action, so I'm actually spending no points. My next action, I'm going to move here and open. Well, my first action is going to be to move and open this gate. My second one is going to be 1 and 2. And then my last one, actually, let me go back. All right, I'm gonna do this. This is what I'm gonna have to do. All right, so I'm gonna also tap my Sandals of the Hermes. Okay, so I got Sandals of Hermes right here that say I can tap to gain 1 additional move point in every move action this turn. Okay, I will need to discard 2 junk to untap this card. All right, so I'm tapping my Sandals of Hermes. All right, so I get 1 additional move point. So my first action would be to gain movement points. So I would gain 3. So that would be 1 to move, 2 to open the door, and 3 to get there. All right. My second action, I'm going to gain 3 movement points again. So that's 1 and 2, and then I'm going to do 3 to open this door right here. Now, because I have on this mist token, I'll flip the mist token over and spawn a monster. So it is a state trooper. All right. So I will need another state trooper to pop up. Grab this dude right here. So he's popping up right here. So then I have 1 movement action left. So I'm going to use that to gain 3 movement points again. So I will move away and flee from the state trooper, but I will take a damage for doing that because of the state trooper's flee effect. Go ahead and show that to you guys. So right here it says if I want to flee, a character must have a strength of 3+, otherwise I will lose 1 health token. All right, so Leona Tin Crow has a those are her stats right there: strength of 2, dexterity of 2, wisdom of 2, but I did a +1 on the last stream to give her a 3, so she has a wisdom of 3. And then she's got an insight of 3, okay? So that was that. And then my last one, I'm popping up on spot G. And we're going to go ahead and read this entry from the book for G, okay? So this one says, all right, looking at G, all right? So book in hell, all right? It's strange to see a constant fire, flames as strong as you've ever seen, that burns hot and bright, yet doesn't seem to be consuming any fuel. But that's what confronts you in this house. Its walls, furnishing, and contents all engulfed by a hungerless inferno. You're about to back away from the unearthly flames when you notice a book blazing away on a table in the center of the room. No doubt that must be the book that you are looking for, but what to do about the flames? They may not burn the house, the table, the book, but you can feel the heat and somehow know that mere flesh will still yield to their agony. What to do? What to do, all right? If you have any weapon, equipment, or ability, even one on cooldown, which can cause frost, then it lets you extinguish the fire and take the book with ease. Any liquid except the old man's wine, such as sparrow or holy water, may be discarded to put the fire out. So this is Leona Tin Crow. I don't believe I have anything for frost. Actually, I do. Which can cause frost. All right, that is perfect. So it says any weapon, equipment, or ability which can cause frost. All right, so I have my wonderful Pied Piper card right here. Oops, wait till the camera should adjust here in a second. There we go. All right, so my Pied Piper card, whenever I do a lightning bolt, it will inflict frost on all monsters. So it did not specify what type of it. It just says which can cause frost. Okay, so that can cause frost. Then I get to extinguish the fire and take the book with ease. Okay, if you cannot put the fire out, you may decide to just dive into the fire. If you choose to do this, I must make a dexterity 8 test. For every point you fall short, you will need to suffer 1 wound. I don't have to worry about that. If you do manage to extinguish the fire or survive diving in the fire, you manage to retrieve the book, all right? Gain story event card S2EC2 and remove letter token G. If you did not manage to get the book, then leave letter G and any other character can interact with it again later. You may now continue playing. All right, so I'm grabbing S2EC6 and removing letter G. All right, so letter G is gone. Let me grab S2EC6. All right. S2EC6 right here, guys. Let's go ahead and read this together. You have found the book. Take it to the space marked with letter token J, all right? So letter token J is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this handy dandy card. I'll just put it over there and letting me know that I have found the book, all right? So I believe that was all of Leona Ten Crow's turns because that was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. All right. So that girl is gone. All right. She said, I'm peacing up out of here. I'll see y'all later. All right. That's actually very helpful because Gary can now just go this way and do some damage over here instead of having to worry about killing all these guys. But I might need to come back to H. I might have to come back to H. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so next up is Gary Wolfenwalde, all right? So I think what I'm going to do with good old Gary here is I'm going to go ahead and move onto this space, all right? And I'm going to go ahead and do my deeper and deeper disorder card. All right, I have yet to use this one, but I've been trying to save this one, but this is really powerful. All right, so deeper and deeper. It's going to cost an action point. This is an attack, so I'm going to attack once with the red die. Then I'll attack again using 2 red die. Then attack again using 3 red die. I may choose different targets for each attack. Okay, so I will get to choose which one I want to do. So I think I'm going to roll a 1 red die I'm going to use to attack the Hellhound right there, right? So 1 red die and the Hellhound is defending with 1 blue die. All right, we're going to go ahead and see what we get. So I get a success, all right? And so that will go ahead and take care of the Hellhound, all right? That will go ahead and grab me an insanity token, putting me at 6, all right? Then with the 2 red die, I will go ahead and attack the wonderful orderly there who is defending with 2 blue die. So let's go ahead and see what I get here. All right, so I get 3 in insanity, can't gain insanity, so that's 3 successes. He's blocking 2. He does get a lightning bolt, and he gets an automatic success. So that is, he's defending everything and dealing 1 damage back to Gary, all right? So Gary is taking 1 hit, all right? And then for the last one, I'm going to use 3 red dice here. And hopefully I can take him out this turn. All right. So we're going 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 1, 2. He blocks 1 for 3. So I'm hitting him for 1. Again, I will not gain that insanity because I'm full up. He does have a wound on him. So normally he has 2 health, but he does have a wound on him. That will go ahead and defeat him, gaining me a junk. So I'll get to draw a piece of junk from the bag here. All right. And we're going to get a rock. All right, so we get a rock. And that was my 3rd elite monster that I was defeated. Okay, so now I have to wait until the Aura of Insanity card comes out. For the Hunt Master, right? And once that comes out, I can use my 6 insanity to go insane and transform to my insane side. All right. So that was 2 actions. And then I think what I'm going to do is I need a rope. Okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to, for my Hades Cleaver, all right, I'm going to spend 3 junk to upgrade, 3 random junk to grab a red dice and upgrade this. Now, again, this is a specializing talent, so until I get a strength of 4, I will not be able to use it, but when I do flip over to my insanity side, I do know that my strength will become a 4. So this is kind of prepping for that to happen. All right. So the 3 junk that I am using is going to be a whoops. 3 junk I'm using is the 2 rocks and the red piece of paper. All right. So this will just go back in the bag, and I will go ahead and grab an upgrade token and put it on my cleaver. All right. So that was the end of Gary. No, it's not the end of Gary Wolfenwall's turn. He still has one more action to take. I'm almost tempted to start going. You know what? I'm going to go to F and J, leave H for last, and I'm praying that because I need to get his tools, I need to get some wine for him, and I need to get his book. So I already got his book. I don't think the tools, well, I read it ahead when I was looking to see what was on that. The tools are in E, which is up at the old asylum. So now the wine, I don't think the wine is going to be at the bottom of this fountain, okay? The wine is going to be in either F or J. That's my house. So I need to start moving that way. So I'm going to go 1 and 2, all right? That's going to be my last thing for Gary Wolfenwalde. So to end, that's ending his turn. I'll go ahead and show you his player card to see what he is working with. So I've went ahead and completed all 3. I've completed my quest, which is to defeat 3 elite monsters. He's got 1 wound, he's got 6 insanity, and he's got 1 red pill. All right. So that is where Gary Wolfenwalde is leaving off. I forgot to show you Miss Leona Tincrow when she ended her turn. So she has 2 wounds. All right. She's got 2 pills, a green pill and a brown pill. We've completed one of her objectives. She's got +1 wisdom and 1 junk. All right. Now, she does have 5 health, but I do have this card with her called the Fitness Magazine that increases her health by 4. So she really has 9 health. All right. And now we're on to Mr. Ian Macfellow. All right. Mr. Ian, man, you need 2 hits. Sui. Why don't I just try and... I'm going to spend 1 action and go 1, 2. Next one, we're going to go... Well, actually, that's a wall, so it actually would just make sense to go 1 and 2. On this space with the orderly. I'm going to go ahead and attack that orderly using my black wand, okay? Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and use my black wand right here. So the black wand is going to give me a 3 dice to be able to roll. Range 0 to 1. Any lightning bolt I get is going to count as a success, all right? I've made no upgrades to that. So I'm getting 3... Whoa! I'm getting 3 green dice, and then he is defending with 2 blue. All right. Now, I do have some pills that I can use, which we'll see what the results are of these rolls. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So he is blocking 1, 2, 3. All right. He gets an automatic defense blocking 4. So he would only take 1 damage, and then he's dealing 1 damage back to me, all right? I'm going to go ahead and spend my red pill, okay? I believe that's a red pill. Yep, that is a red pill. I'm going to go ahead and spend this red pill to add a red die for my attack, all right? And we grab that, which is enough to go ahead and secure the damage, okay? I will still be taking 1 damage from him, so... He's so close to dying. I need 1 more. So I will defeat the elite monster. I would gain an insanity on Mr. Ian Macfellow. All right. And then I will also get to draw a piece of junk. All right. So that was action number 2 with him. So I'm getting a rope. All right. We're getting a rope. And action number 2. And then we'll go to next one. Go 1, 2 for 3. Flip this token over, and we're spawning an orderly in his space. All right. Orderly will be going in Ian Macfellow's space. All right. So those are the actions because that was 1, 1, 2 attack, 1, 2. All right. So that is all three of the characters. Let's go ahead and take a look at Mr. Ian MacFellow's board. It's gonna be a real busy player board, right? Player sheet. So you can see he's got 5 wounds. All right, he only has 6 health. I have nothing to boost his health. He does have quite a lot of bit of pills there. All right, and then he's got 3, 4, 5 insanity and 2 junk. All right. I need to make sure that, let me look real quick because he will take damage. Let me look what happens if he does die. Does he lose any of the pills that I have in him? Character death. Okay, character dies. Place the mini on the side of space. Other characters and monsters completely ignore the character. Is moved 1 additional step. Character loses any unused AP and movement points while dead. Cooldown tokens are removed on the character's ability. So it does not say I lose any of my stuff. All right, which is good. All right, so that's pretty good. All right, I like that. I like that. All right, so that was everybody. So now we are moving to the Huntmaster phase. So he's coming off the track. And we are getting, oh man, all right. The hunt is getting closer, all right? So all characters must take a test roll of 4, spawn a Hellhound on the same space as each character that failed the test. The Hellhounds activate normally this round. Woo-wee! All right, so we are rolling for an insight test, okay? So everybody's insight value, I believe, is 3. Leona's is 3. MacFellow's is 3. And Wolf and Walde. All right. So everybody will be rolling 3 dice. I must get at least 4 successes. So let's go ahead and start with Leona. All right. So that's 1, 2. So that is not successful. So I will spawn a Hellhound on her space. All right. And then let's go ahead and roll for Gary. All right. We got 1, 2, and 3. All right, that's very unfortunate. And we're spawning a Hellhound on his space. Yeah, see, he was tricking me. He was tricking me all along. He was busy practicing this. And then Ian MacFellow, he rolls a 1, so a Hellhound is popping up on his space. All right. So at least we're guaranteeing death with him. All right. So that is the Huntmaster phase. So now we're doing the monster movement phase. So let's go ahead and start with all these state troopers. All right. So state trooper is going to move 1. This state trooper would move 1. This state trooper would move 1. That takes care of everything on that space. This state trooper 1. This state trooper 1. That takes care of state troopers on this space. This state trooper 1. This state trooper 1. Well, actually, state trooper would move there. And then this state trooper is moving here. All right. I need to take a look at this. State trooper is there. And that's it. Okay. So there's 1 state trooper still on the board up at the old asylum. All right. So that's all these state troopers. So now we're going to go to the Hellhounds. He's going to stay. This Hellhound is going 1 and 2. This Hellhound is going 1 and 2. This Hellhound is staying. This Hellhound is staying. This Hellhound is going 1 and 2. And then that there's a Hellhound up there that went 1, 2, 1, and 2. So another Hellhound coming out on the board in this step right there. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and spawn some monsters. So starting with the first player, Leona 10 Crow. We got a Hellhound coming out in red. All right, so I'm going to have to grab another Hellhound. Man, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Hellhounds out on the board. So the closest red to Leona 10 Crow is... I don't see a red anywhere on the board. That would be the red there. So he would spawn there, okay? Next is going to be Gary Wolf and Walde. Is going to be a yellow, all right? State Trooper on yellow. Let me grab a State Trooper. Run out of State Troopers too. So Gary, closest yellow to you is there. And then the last one is Mr. Ian Macfellow. We have another state trooper coming out on red. All right. Man, I only got 2 state troopers left. Ay, ay, ay. So where is closest red is here, but I do believe, let me make sure. I don't think I can use the same spawn point if there's already something on the spawn point. So like if I've already spawned a monster on that spawn point that turn, I must use a different one. So that would be there. Okay. So that is everybody. Wow, look, we got a lot of action happening. A lot of action. Chris, you wish you knew how to play these types of games. Yeah, man, they're tough, man. They got a lot of stuff going on here, but they're pretty fun. They are pretty fun. They got a lot of stuff. Maybe I can teach you how to play one of these games. But yeah, man, they're pretty fun. Again, it does have a lot of steps. It takes you a while to get through it, and we'll see what happens. All right, so there's a lot of things on the board right here. I'm getting in trouble. I'm getting nervous here. So let's go ahead and do the attack monster phase. So let me see just really quickly. This Hellhound is attacking Gary Wolfenwalde. So I need 2 green. Gary's blocking with 1 blue. All right. And he just gets an insanity, and I take 3 hits, but I'm only taking 2, and I get to deflect against that. So I would need to take 2 damage. All right. So I need to take 2 damage. All right. I get to deflect, which would go ahead and kill the Hellhound. All right. I cannot gain any more. I cannot gain any more insanity tokens on Gary because we're full up. All right. So that is the only thing that is attacking Gary. All right. Let's do Leona Tin Crow right here. So this Hellhound is attacking her. So she'll just do a generic defend with her stuff. So I get a defend. He attacks. He gets 1 success. So I'm successful in blocking his attack. So he does nothing. Nothing else is going to attack. All right, now we got to go to Mr. Ian Macfellow. So the Hellhound is going to attack Mr. Ian Macfellow, and he's going to defend with the blue. So he does nothing and defends. All right. So nothing will happen to him. And then, all right. Let's see. The Orderly is going to be attacking now. So I need a red and a green. All right. And then we are going to defend with a blue. All right. So I'm getting hit for 2. Whoops. I'm getting hit for 2. I am successful. Well, I'm successful in what I wanted to accomplish. But I failed in that regard for defending the attack, okay? So Ian Macfellow will take 2 damage. That is going to be enough to kill him. So he will go ahead and kill over. So let me just make sure I'm doing this correctly. So place the miniature on the side where the character died. Other characters and monsters ignore him. Ignore the character for all purposes when laying down. The Huntmaster is moved 1 additional step along the track, all right? So 1 additional step. We have, all right, time to get crack-a-lacking. We have the Aura of Insanity, all right? So it says all monsters with an empowered version on the reverse side of their monster card become stronger. Flip their monster cards to the empowered side. Characters are now able to use the upgrade character action to become insane. If it is their turn, they have completed their quest and they have 6 insanity. This card remains in play, all right? So we have advanced them, and then I will go ahead and flip everybody. So we'll do everything the state trooper first. So go ahead, I will flip him over to his empowered side, okay? So really the difference between here, I believe, is he now gets a red die instead of 2 green die, and then he will get an an automatic defense compared to just rolling, all right? But his health and movement will stay the same, all right? This is the basic side of the Hellhound, all right? The empowered side is a little rougher. He will gain a red die and a green die, as well as a lightning bolt will count as 2 hits. For defense, he gets 2 automatic 2 automatic blocks on top of the blue, all right? And health is still staying the same. And then the orderly, all right, that is his side right there. And this is the one that just is going to make me cringe. He is now rolling 2 red dice. Any lightning bolt counts as 2 successes. He rolls 2 blue, gets 2 automatic successes. A lightning bolt is a deflect, all right? So those monsters, all the monsters on the board are now empowered, okay? I as well can become insane. And so let me just make sure Huntmaster is moved. The character loses any AP movement while dead cooldown tokens are removed from the character's abilities as usual. And then when it would be the character's turn to perform their action, they will be respawned. All right. So that was the final monster attack phase. So we'll go ahead and move into the next phase. So the maintenance phase, where everybody will take a cooldown away from all their items, okay? I need to put 2 on deeper and deeper, okay? And that is, we're ready to go. So the first player marker will move from Leona Tincrow to Gary Wolfenwalde, all right? So my man Gary is the first one in the spot, all right? And let's see what we got here. But he got a lot of miniatures out on the board here, and I'm not really too happy about any of this, so I need to start doing some work, okay? Well, the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and show you guys how this works. So I will be spending all 6 of my, I'll remove these 3 because I completed the objective. So I will be spending all 6 of my insanity tokens, all right? And I will be turning into Geralt of Lobotomia. Geralt of Lobotomia. Gary of Lobotomia, all right? So we are going insane, guys, all right. Let's take a look at Gary now. So he now has 10 health, strength of 4, dexterity of 3, wisdom of 2. My butcher, once per attack, I may re-roll any number of dice of my choosing. I can, for 2 insanity, I can use sign language, which is to add a success in holy or a success in fire to an attack. And then witchery will add a red dice and lightning bolt to any attack and restore 1 health for each monster that I defeated. All right, so Gary is insane. You know, we took that, we took the drink. I forgot what the drink is called from The Witcher, the potion. And we got the crazy eyes. So I'm ready to go, all right? Look, I ain't messing around. Gary ain't messing around. We ready to do some tings and bop some people up. All right. So, I got the perfect strategy. So, I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 action to move onto this space with the State Trooper. All right. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So, I'm going to go ahead and bop this State Trooper up, okay? I'm going to go ahead and bop the State Trooper up. And so, I'm going to go ahead and use this Hades Cleaver, okay? So now that I have a strength of 4, I will get to roll 4 green dice as well as an extra green dice, and then I have now gained access to this, which is gaining a red dice as well, all right? So I will be rolling 5 green and 1 red. So look, I'm over here one-shotting anything in this entire scenario. You best believe that, all right? So I need to grab me my dice here. So that's 3, 4, 5 green, 1 red. Let me go ahead and roll my dice because everything's going to be jumbled. Oop, that red doesn't count. All right, so I have rolled. Let me take all my non-successes away. All right, let me just do some math. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, I have done 9. And let's see what he's coming with. All right, 1, he gets an automatic block on top of that. So I'm hitting him for 7. All right, so we're busting him up. Boo, boo, boo. Go ahead, get up out of there. And I go ahead and gain an insanity token for that. All right. Then the next thing I'm going to do is use my... no, I messed up. Because I only have 1. Never mind. It's all right. It's all right. I can figure it out. So that was my second action. Oh, again, I forgot to move all the mist tokens. So mist, 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 and that's because it was there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. So Gary. You know what? You know what, Gary? Let's get to percolating. So I'm gonna go 1 and 2. I'm gonna move on this spot. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take some defense, um, because they would have moved that way anyway. In reality, though, I might get in trouble. All right. Anyway, we're gonna see. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit here. All right. So that is Gary's turn. All right. So moving on to Ian. Ian is going to become resurrected. All right. Do 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 do. So let me see what happens when it says respawn. I will draw a spawn card. That character respawns on the indicated color of the spawn point, which is nearest to where the character died. So red. All right. So Ian Macfellow is spawning on red. The closest red is going to be here. All right. Place the character standing up on a spawn point, fully healed, remove all wounds. And the character keeps all weapons. And the character continues their action phase. All right. So let me go ahead and remove all of these wounds from Mr. Wolf and Wade. All right. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, from Ian Macfellow. All right. I forgot to show you what Gary is looking like at the end of his turn. So he's got 3 wounds, a red pill, and an insanity. All right. So let's see what we got for Ian, man. Ian's got a lot of stuff going on. So he died and completed his objective. All right. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 insanity. All right. Um. Hmm. Okay. So I'm going to. That's 1, 1, 2. Hmm. So I'm thinking about maybe using that fireball, clearing these guys out, but I'm about to hit Gary as well. Gary, my man. Aye, 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 aye. It might not be the move. That might not be the move. The better move might be to go down here. So we're going to go 1 and 2 for an action. Second action, I'm going to use Fireball on these guys, okay? So that's going to spend 3 Insanity, all right? 3 Insanity to use Fireball, which is going to be my move right here. Go ahead and show you guys what Fireball is. So that's 2 red dice, range of 1 to 4. It's an AoE with a fire, and any lightning bolt I get will allow me to roll an extra green dice. All right. So 2 red. Whoops. All right, 2 red. And let's go ahead and we got 2 red. So let's go ahead and do the Hellhound first. So he's got 1 blue. And we got 1, 2. He's blocking 1, 2, and he also dodges everything. All right. So that is fruitless for him. And then I'm going to add, let me see what I'm going to roll for the orderly. Okay, so he rolls 1 success. He's got 3 already, so I would do 3 because of fire. And I would not be able to kill him either way. All right, so that is a... well, maybe. Let me... I'm going to spend this... I'm going to spend this pill, this green pill. Let me go ahead and throw a green dice in there. And you never know what can happen. Boop, blink. Yep. All right. Well, that fireball is a dud. All right. Dud fireball. And then, shoot. Man. All right. Really can't. I move on to that space. That was an action. All right, I'm going to use my black wand, and I think I'm just going to attack the Hellhound, okay? Attack the Hellhound, so I'm grabbing 3 green dice. The Hellhound is coming with 1 blue. All right. Let's go ahead and roll it. All right, excuse me. All right, excuse me. All right, so I hit for 4, and he blocks none. All right, so he gets an automatic block of 2, but I was still doing 2 damage. He only has 1 health, so he will die, and I will go ahead and gain an insanity on Ian Macfellow. All right, so that's my man Ian right there. That's what he's looking like. So I got a lot of defense pills. I got 3 insanity. I got 2 junk, and I have completed my objective. All right. So I'm sitting all right. Not real confident on him. So that's how he's looking like. And then the last one is my girl, Liana Tincrow, down here. All right. So Miss Liana, I can actually flee. I can flee the space with the Hellhound because I do have enough. But the Hellhound's coming with me, and then I'm getting stopped there. Okay. I think I'm going to stay where I'm at for now and just try and blast these guys here. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Pied Piper. Okay. We're going to go ahead and use my Pied Piper right here, which is going to be an attack of 3. So I get to roll 3 dice. Any lightning bolts are coming in that area. So I get 3 green, and the Hellhound is getting 1 defense. All right. So that is 1, 2, 3. That's 3. Okay. The frost, he will get frostbitten, which means the monster will not be able to move, and I can get up out of there. All right. I can also re-roll 1 die. So he's blocking. That was a block. He gets 2 blocks automatically, so I would not do anything. I'm going to choose to re-roll this die. All right, and I get a success. So that would be enough to take out the Hellhound. So this Hellhound is being taken out, and I will grab an insanity token. All right, so that was 1 action. The next action I'm going to do with her is my Gift of Brain, which is getting me the D3, and I am rolling my D3 here, and I get 2. All right, I'm getting 2 insanity for that. All right, so boom and boom. All right. Let's see here. And then that was a free action. I think I'm going to go ahead and attack the State Trooper, okay, for my second action. So 3 again. State Trooper is coming with a brown and a blue. All right. And he gets an automatic defense. All right. So I'm at an insanity. I'm at a 1. All right. So he is defended 3. He gets an automatic of 4, okay? Nothing happens on a lightning bolt. So he's got 4 to work with, all right? And I just need to hit him for once. Let me go ahead and re-roll this for another insanity. And I think I was re-rolling my die. I'm going to go ahead and spend this pill. This green pill to add a green die to the roll. And I roll a blank. Wow, that's lovely. That is lovely. All right, so blank on that, but I do gain an insanity. Put me at 4, okay? And then, so that was 1 for that. That was 1 for him. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack him again, so that way he can't move to me. So I'm going to go ahead and roll 3. And he's rolling his 2. Now she's content with staying where she's at. Wow, that is wild. He already gets a block of 1. That is crazy. That's crazy. All right. So that is the end of Liana Tincrow's turn. So she's sitting with 4 insanity, 1 junk, 1 pill, and then 2 wounds right now. So she is down to, she's got 9 health. Remember, she has 9 health because of that fitness magazine. And oh, I actually could have done something. I didn't see that. All right, all right. And that is the end of my turn. All right, so we're going to the back up top to the hunt monster phase. All right, let's see what we got. All right, arrest warrant. Oh my goodness. All characters must take a 3 insight test. Spawn a state trooper on the same space as each character with that failed the test. These state troopers activate normally this round. All right, so everybody's got to roll a insight of 3. So Gary, he gets it. He's successful with 3, so he's good. Ian. All right. Ian gets 3. All right, so he's good. And Leona Tincrow with a 1. But she does gain 2 insanity for doing that. All right. So I need to spawn a state trooper on Leona Tincrow's space. All right. So that was the Hunt Master phase. We're now going to go to the movement phase. So let me go ahead and do all these state troopers. So that's 1, that's 1, that's 1. This is 1. He's going to go 1. Let me go ahead and move the miss token. All right. I think I'm just going to go by tile. That's probably the easiest. All right. Next tile. This thing is going 1 and 2. This state trooper is moving up 1. This guy's going 1. This guy's going 1. This thing is going 1. All right. The next is, this is going 1 and 2. All right. This is going 1. He is going 1. They're going to stay here on that space. He's coming 1 onto this space. He's coming 1 and 2 onto this space. And he is coming 1 and 2. All right. Well, unfortunately, Gary about to die. And then the state trooper is moving down 1. And that is that. All right. So now we're going to spawn some monsters. So for Gary, we got a orderly coming out on yellow. All right. Orderly on yellow. Closest yellow to Gary is right there. My goodness, dude, ain't no way he's surviving. Ain't no way that man is surviving. All right. Next one is a purple or blue, which is a hellhound. That's going to be for Ian. So I don't see the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't see another blue. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the most hampered would be there. And then the last one is Leona Tincrow, which we got a hellhound on yellow. All right. So hellhound on Leona Tincrow on yellow, which is going to be there because that's green. All right. Now everybody's attacking. Man, my gosh. Good night. All right. Let's just do Leona Tincrow first. All right, girl. Man, this is wild. This is wild, okay? So she's blocking with 1 blue, and the state troopers are going with a red and a green, all right? So red and a green. So 1, I'm taking 2 damage for both these state troopers. Well, I'm taking 1 damage from each state trooper, but whenever the same type of monster is on a space, you'll just make 1 roll for them, and that will count as both hits. So that was 1 success, so I'm taking 2 damage. So she's going to be at 4, okay? 4 wounds. And that was them state troopers. All right, so now we got to do the hellhound over here on Mr. Ian Macfellow. All right, so I'm defending with 1. The hellhound is coming with a green and a... All right, so I block 2. He's hit me for 3. You know what? I'm okay with that. 1 damage. I'm all right with 1 damage. So let's go ahead and give 1 damage to Mr. Ian Mickfellow. All right, Mac, Mr. Mick. It's actually Mick. I keep calling him Mac. It's Mickfellow. All right. Then we got the orderly attacking Ian over here. So we got 2 red, double red, and a blue. So let me go ahead and do that. Jeez. So that's 2. I'm gonna go ahead and spend. Well, that's actually 6. So that's 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend a blue pill. Just put it there for now, and let's see what else I can roll. All right, nothing. We're gonna go ahead and spend a brown pill to get me a brown dice. All right, and we get a success. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and spend another blue pill. All right, and we get that. All right, so I'm okay with that. Whatever the results of that left over are. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he was dealing 4, 5, 6. I also get a insanity. All right, so I'll take 1 again. All right, I'm okay with that. I can live with that. And those are the results of that die. All right, now is where we're saying a prayer to my man Gary over here, who is just, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy on my man Gary, all right? Y'all pray for this man. He hit that bait. He threw that bait thing from The Witcher on himself. He was trying to throw it out somewhere else, accidentally threw it on himself, and we'll see right there. All right, so we're going to roll the Hellhounds first because there's 2 Hellhounds, all right? So we need a green and a red, and then Gary is defending with 1 blue, all right? So, all right, I block, and I do a damage back. Perfect. So both the Hellhounds are going to go ahead and get annihilated and kill themselves because of my Crusader Shield. Just a reminder, guys, I have a Crusader Shield on Gary Wolfenwalde, which a Lightning Bolt counts as a deflect. All right, Lightning Bolt counts as a deflect. And so I killed both of them. I get 2 insanity for that. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, now we are going to the State Trooper, which is the same thing. State Trooper hitting for 2. And I lose 1 strength. Ah, man. So I block, and the State Trooper will kill himself. All right, so boom, boom, and I get an insanity for that. But I'm also losing a strength. My strength has been infected. So I take 1 of these, put it on Gary. So he's now down to 3. All right, and then the last one is going to be the orderly on his space. Remember, it's just on his space. And we're getting blocked. So I block 2. So that's canceled out. I take 1 damage, and then he will take 1 damage in return. All right. So I'm taking 1 damage. So that's all right. Look, that's not bad. I'm getting out of there with only 1 damage. And then this orderly right here is taking a damage. All right. And then the last monster attacking me is going to be this guy right here. So the last orderly. All right. He's hit me for 1, 2, 3, 4. I blocked 2, so I'm getting hit for 2 and doing a damage to him. All right, so doing a damage to him. Put that there, and then I'm taking 2. All right, so that's, let me grab a 4 and just grab 2. All right. Oof. All right, so Gary has 6 wounds on him. So 4 more wounds, and Gary's getting knocked out. All right, well, I think that's everybody. All right, so back up top to me. We're going to go ahead and take some of these cooldowns off. All right, and this should be some light work. So the first player token is getting passed to Mr. Ian Macfellow. All right, so, well, he cannot move at all, so he's going to have to do some sort of attack, okay? So I think we're just going to go right off the rip and go with the Dragon's Breath, all right? guys know the Dragon's Breath, 3 cooldown, 2 red, 2 green, 0 to 1, AoE, fire, and any lightning bolt gives me an extra success. Alright, so let's go ahead and run this. 2 red, 2 green. What are we going to do first? Let's go ahead and do the Hellhound first. So we need a blue, just 1 blue for the Hellhound, alright? Oops, I'm going to count that. I'm counting that. It counts. So that is a lot of damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He does not block anything. So he would normally block 2, so I'm hitting him for 5. So that is his grass, his behind. I put some of these wrong tokens in the wrong spot. All right. So that's him. So I gain an insanity. So I'm at 3, 4, 5. I need 1 more insanity. Hopefully I can get it from this guy. So now we're going to go ahead. That is my roll. So my roll still saves. And I have to roll defense for the orderly. All right. So he blocks 2 plus a thing is a defense. All right. So he automatically gets 2 in block. So he's blocking 4. So what did I say? That's 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm dealing 3 damage to him. He has 2 health. And then he's also dealing 1 damage back to me. Okay. So he's dealing 1 damage back to me. Actually, he only has, no, he's full health. I'm thinking of that guy. All right, so he's dead. And I get to draw a piece of junk from the bag for that. All right. And we are grabbing that. Okay, so I'm looking good here. All right, so that was my first action. Okay, first action. Let me go ahead and put these cooldown tokens on the Dragon's Breath card. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple things, okay? So what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is spend my 6 insanity to make Mr. Ian McFellow go insane, right? I'm being reborn as Ian the White. All right, Ian the White. All right, so I will also get fully healed, I believe, when I level up. All right, let me go ahead and transform over to that side. All right, look at that guy. We are going in. All right, so I now have a health of 8, strength of 2, dexterity of 1, wisdom of 4, insight of 3. So my generic move is Eagle Form. In any roll, anytime I roll a lightning bolt, I can blink 2 after the resolution of that. And 1 character on my space may blink 2 to the same space as me. All right. I fireball. I now roll 2 red dice. 1 to 4, AoE, fire, and any lightning bolt gets a red dice. And no passage now costs 4 instead of 5. All right. So that is that. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my black wand. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 random junk to upgrade my black wand. So whenever I use this, I get a green dice. And I'm adding fire to that. So the 3 junk that I'm discarding, I'll put them in my hand as I got 2 pieces of lumber and a rope. All right. So go ahead and throw those away to go ahead and upgrade. Go ahead and upgrade my black wand here. All right. So all those were free actions, guys. Okay, so I still got 2 actions left. So what I'm thinking is we're going to go 1 and 2. All right, we're going to go ahead and open this door up. And then I think what I'm going to do is attack. Let me see. I think I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to go 1 and 2. All right. So that was Ian McFellow. All right. So next up, we have Miss Leona 10 Crow. All right. So she has 5 insanity. I'm going to go ahead and spend 4 insanity to go ahead and use my Gift of a Heart ability, which is going to heal me for 4. All right, I'll go ahead and show that card to you guys. So right there in the middle of the screen, a Gift of the Heart ability. Restore X amount of health to any character in 0 to 2. Line of sight is not required. All right. So that is a free action. I can do that once per turn. This is the Gift of Brain. Just go ahead and roll this here 4. All right. So I get to pick up 2 insanity. So get that back. All right. And then those are both free actions. And then look, I got to kill some of these guys to get out. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and use... I also heal myself for more than 3. So I get the second part on that. So I got to do that one more time. All right, we're going to go ahead and use the Pied Piper. And we're going to go ahead and attack one of these state troopers, okay? So she is using 3 green dice. All right, and the state troopers are defending with a brown and a no, I'm just attacking 1 right now because I don't have AoE. All right, so blocks for 3, attacks for 3. Did not get a lightning bolt. His lightning bolt on defense does nothing. All right, so that does nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and attack again. All right, so that is 2. He automatically gets another 1. I gain an insanity though. All right, and then I gotta go one more time because I'm still stuck in here. All right, so I get a lightning bolt. He gets a block. I gain an insanity. All right, and then lightning bolt. So frost is on him. Let me see if frost does anything with, because that's my last roll. So frostbite is place a frost target on a target. Does not restrict character movement. And suffers -1 in the next monster phase. All right, so they're not moving anyway, so that's pretty much useless. All right, so he defends for 2, so I'm only dealing 1. And then the last thing I'm going to do, though, is go ahead and spend my 6 insanity to go ahead and follow the yellow brick road to... No, I don't have enough yet. I gotta redo... I have to... 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I gotta heal somebody for more than 3 one more time. All right, so that's all I can do on Liana Tin Crow. All right, well look, that is her turn. So she's sitting at 6. She's sitting at 6 insanity, 2 objectives completed, and a pill. Wisdom still up, and that. All right, so she's not doing good. She's trapped in the corner. They got her trapped. All right, last person we're going to is Mr. Wolfen Walday. All right, we about to get... Wait a minute, see if I lose an action, if I get off that space. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use my cleaver to go ahead and cleave him up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 insanity to verify this attack. All right, spend 3 insanity and activate my witchery ability, okay? Which is used before attacking. I add a red die. Okay, I add a red die and a lightning bolt to the attack. I restore 1 health for each monster defeated, okay? So 1 health for each monster defeated. So I am rolling. Okay, I do not, since my strength is now a 3, I do not get to use the special bonus. So I would roll 3 green plus an extra green for the basic, and then I get a red die for my witchery. All right, so let me do my roll. All right, so that's what I got there. All right, and then he's coming with 2 blue. All right, so he does nothing. He automatically blocks 2. All right, and I'm hitting for 1, 2, 3, 4. I do not have... I'm hitting for 4. He blocks 2. He does have 2 health. So, or he only got 1 health. So he will be defeated. All right. So I will get to heal myself for 1. All right. Restore 1 wound. I will get an insanity for attacking him. And I will get to draw some junk out of the junk bag. All right. Let's see, go in here and let's grab something. So we got some red junk. All right, so that's pretty good there. All right. So that was my first action. My second action is I'm gonna go ahead and uh, second action is I'm gonna go 1 and 2, and my third action is gonna go 1 and 2. So I am on F. All right. So let's go ahead and read story scenario F. Hopefully we got to be closing in on this somewhere. All right. So it says, don't bottle it, all right? So whenever the monstrosities give you a little space, you've been checking the strange ruins for any sign of the wine the old man lost. Up until now, you've not seen any bottles other than a broken bottle of ketchup. Maybe he didn't even lose it here, or maybe he dropped the ketchup and only believed it to be wine. You're just about to give up here when a glint of light catches your eye. Is it glass? Yes. But going towards it, is it a bottle? Yes. Yes. You see a bottle, an old bottle of wine half buried in the rubble. Glad that your search wasn't fruitless, you bend down and grab the bottle, but it won't come out of the rubble. It is stuck. You pull harder, but it almost feels as if something under the rubble is holding it in place. You start clearing the rubble, and around the bottle, when the temperature drops sharply, you keep feeling colder, unbearably cold, and then the tapping starts. Tap, 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 and on it goes. You can't quite tell what the noise is or where it is coming from, but you don't like it and don't want to hang around to find out. So having removed some of the rubble, you grab the bottle firmly in both hands and tense to pull with all your might. It's only because you're holding the bottle that you don't fall over when, then from the ground, white hands burst upwards, wrapping spindly fingers around your wrist. Knock, knock, knock. Ha 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 ha. You want the bottle? You really want it? Yeah? Well, take it. Ha 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 ha. Take story event card S2EC4 and remove letter F. You may now continue playing. All right. So I need EC4, taking F away. And let me grab story card EC4. All right, guys. So this is going to say place the Hat Man on this space. If he is already on the board, then he fully heals any damage, losing any conditions, and moves to this space. After Hatman is defeated, discard this card and give story event card S2EC7 to the character who dealt the final blow. All right, so I have to go find Mr. Hatman, all right? Let me go grab Mr. Hatman real quick and see what we got going on here, all right? Let's see here. So I believe Mr. Hatman is going to be a monster. Let me see. Daddy's boy. Oh no, Hatman is a boss. Oh shoot, sweet, what? Oh, good night, man. All right. So we got the Hat Man. Look at this guy, all right? The Hat Man. So he is going to have 4 health for every character. So he's going to have 12 health, 2 movement. During his attack is 2 red dice. Any lightning bolt equals pierce. Every character on the space is attacked. If Hatman starts the monster attack phase on a space with any characters, he will attack once, whether or not he did do his initial attack. He will then blink to the character furthest away from him and attack. His defense is 3 brown dice. If he rolls a lightning bolt, he gets a defense and a counterattack. It says after performing a counterattack, Hatman will blink to the character furthest away from him and perform a single attack, which he does not blink after. All right, so let me go ahead and grab the Mr. Hatman mini. All right, this is crazy. All right, I think I see Mr. Hatman. Mr. Hatman. All right, that's like the what is it? The not the Slender Man. He reminds me of the Baba Nook. Look at him. That is that's the Hat Man right there. All right. So he's popping up in the cut right there. All right. So that was the end of Gary Wolfenwaddle's phase. All right. So that's everybody. All right. So we are going to the Huntmaster phase. So Mr. Huntmaster is stepping off the track. We're going to go ahead and read this card. Supporting fire. For this round, all state troopers gain 0 to 2 and plus green die. Wow. Wow. Man, that is that's brutal. That is brutal. Okay. Next, we're going to go to the Boss Monster phase. So this says, if Hatman starts the monster attack phase on a space with any characters, he will attack once. All right. So he's going to go ahead and attack. So he is attacking Gary Wolfenwalde. All right. He's attacking Gary with two red. All right. And Gary is defending with 1 blue. All right. So we're going to go ahead and attack. So he's hitting Gary for 3. Gary gets to block 2 and gets a lightning bolt, which will mean that he will deflect. He will deflect an attack back on our lovely boss monster. So he'll take a damage. So he's taking 1 damage from the nice little Hatman. So then it says, whether or not he did do his initial attack, he will then blink to the character furthest away from him and attack. All right. So he's blinking all the way to Leona Tincrow, and he will attack Leona Tincrow. All right. So same thing. Leona just has a basic straight jacket. All right. And she does nothing, and she takes 3 hits plus Pierce, which ignores all defense anyway, and she gets an insanity, which she already has. So she is taking 3 hits. All right. So thankfully she can heal herself. So that's 1, 2, and 3. All right. So that's 3 hits for Leona Tincrow. And then that is Mr. Hatman. Okay. So that is his phase, right? Because then he would, any boss monsters in play perform their move and then attack. So now he would actually move and attack again. Because if he starts the monster attack phase on a space, he'll do that, then he'll do that, then he gets his initial attack, okay? So he would then attack again, all right? He would then attack again on Leona Tincrow. So that is 4, and I do nothing, so she's going to get 4 hits. Oh, man, she is looking rough. 6, 7. All right. So she's 7 out of 9. Okay. And then that is the Hatman. Okay. So then we would go into the basic and elite monster phase. All right. Basic and elite monster phase. Moving everybody. Okay. So let's just do a tile at a time. I keep forgetting these mist tokens. I think I did them. All right. So let me go down here first because these guys are moving that way. So they're all staying there. This thing is going to go 1, 2. This thing is moving there. That's everybody there. Okay, that's staying there. This thing is going 1 and 2. He's going 1. This guy's going 1. This thing is going 1. And that's them. All right, so he's going 1. All right, he's going 1. This thing goes up 1. All right. We're going 1, 2. We're going 1. We're going 1. We're going 1. We're going 1, 1, and 1. All right. So that is all the movement. Now we're going to go ahead and spawn some monsters. So starting with the player with the first marker, Ian Macfellow is spawning a state trooper in purple or blue. I'm sorry. So the closest one to Ian is right on top right there. All right. Going to Leona Tincrow, we got a Hellhound in yellow. All right, Hellhound in yellow. All right. And the closest yellow is right here to Leona. All right. And then we have Mr. We have Gary Wolfenwalde. All right. So State Trooper in blue. All right. State Trooper in blue. And I have one more State Trooper left. So State Trooper in blue, there's already been a State Trooper that has spawned there. Is there any other blue spawns on this tile? If I miss one, I apologize, guys. I don't see anything. I think that's the next closest one. All right. Now everybody's going to attack. All right. So she's getting banged up over here. Almost said a not so nice word. So the state troopers are gonna go ahead and smack her up. So I need a green and a red, and we're gonna go ahead and defend. So 3. So I'm getting for 3 apiece. So Leona Tin Crow is dead. All right. So that is extremely unfortunate. All right. So she's dead. We will advance the hunt track. All right. So for this round, all state troopers gain 0 to 1 and Pierce. All right. He would have got an extra die anyway. All right. I got to remember that for state troopers. Okay. So that's it. Now we're looking at Ian Macfellow, right? That's not line of sight because that's a wall. All right. And then basically the Hellhound and state trooper are attacking him. So Hellhound, we're going to do the state trooper first. He gets an extra green die because of the effect. All right. So I block 1, and he is hitting me for 1, 2, 3, 4, and reduces my strength again. My goodness. So 4, 8, 9, 10. That knocks Gary Wolf and Walday out. And all right, so all Hellhounds gain critical for this round, which is double damage. I got 2 turns left to beat this, and that probably is not going to happen. All right. Okay, so 2 turns left to beat this. Okay. It ain't looking good. It is not looking good. And then the Hellhound would attack, but he ignores him. All right. So now it's back to me. Everybody gets to drop their cooldown by 1. All right. The first player marker would shift to Miss Leona Tin Crow. All right. Okay, so she's going to go ahead and wake up. She gets full health. She's fully restored. All right. I'm now going to go ahead and spend all 6 of my insanity to go turn her over to the insane side. All right. Now we're going on the yellow brick road. She was knocked out, went on the yellow brick road, and we'll see what she's bringing to the table. All right. So this is the insane side for Miss Leona Tin Crow. Health of 7. Gift of Courage, I may pay X to add X to an attack. I can restore any character's health and allow side of 3 to 1, and then I get the brain is at 3, 3 plus 1. We're at 2, 3, 2, and 4. All right. So we are doing that and that. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is roll this D6. All right. Let's roll it right here. 5. All right. So I'm getting 4 insanity. 4 insanity. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to get wild. And I think I'm going to try and take out this this Hat Man, because this dude is a problem. This Hat Man is a problem, right? I can deal with the state troopers, but the Hat Man I'm having problems with. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Pied Piper, okay? Go ahead and use the Pied Piper, which is 3 green dice. The Hat Man is defending with 3 brown, all right? And go ahead and do that. And my goodness, all right? So he's defending for 3. Oh, I actually got to do this. And so I'm hitting for 4, okay? He automatically gets 1 defense, and he will counterattack. So that's 3, so I'm only hitting him for 1. I'm going to go ahead and spend all 5 of my insanity to add 5 to that. So I'm hitting him for 6, okay? So I'm hitting this dude for 6. So that's 4, 5, and 6, all right? So he is at 7. So he's got 5 health left. Okay. Then he will get to counterattack. All right. So let me read what the counterattack is. It says, after being attacked, perform an attack against the attacker. Okay. So he will attack Leona Tin Crow. So he's coming with 2 red. Miss Leona Tin Crow is coming with a defense. All right. And so that is 3. That's 1, so I'm taking 2 damage. 2 damage in return, all right? 2 damage in return for that. I can live with that, all right? Then it says, after performing a counterattack, Hatman will blink to the character furthest away from him and perform a single attack, which he does not blink afterwards, all right? So he would blink to Ian McFellow and attack Mr. Ian McFellow. All right, so let me go ahead and roll for Ian. So he's, good Lord. I am spending a blue pill, and we're going to roll another dice, which is a blank. Wow, that's fantastic. All right, so that's 4, 5, 6 damage to Mr. McFellow. All right, 4 and 5 and 6. All right. All right, so let's see here. He doesn't do anything afterwards, okay? So that was my first attack with Leona Tincrow. I think what I'm going to do is spend a junk to go ahead and upgrade my... spend a junk to upgrade my straight... No, I need 2 junk. Oh, man. Okay, we're going to go ahead and attack a orderly... Actually, I can blink to taking all non-boss monsters on space with you. Spend 1 insanity to blink to alone. All right. I've already used that. Yeah, I'm just going to attack a state trooper. All right, so I'm going to attack a state trooper. So he's defending with a brown and a blue. All right, and then 1, 2, and 3. All right. 1, 2, and 3. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. He defends, so that will destroy 1 state trooper. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use my last action to attack the last state trooper. And we got 1, 2. He blocks all that. I gain 2 insanity, though. So 3 insanity coming my way. 2 for what I rolled, and then 1 from killing the last state trooper. All right. So... okay, that is all of Leona Tincrow's actions, okay? So now we're going to move to Gary, who is being revived on this spot right here, okay? So he will lose all of his negative status effects, which is fantastic. All right, and that's boom and boom, that's boom and boom, and that is boom right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get the party started and beat up. I'm going to use Deeper and Deeper, all right, which is going to be attack once with 1 red die, attack again with 2 red die, attack again with 3 red die, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and choose 1 red die for the whatchamacallit, the state trooper on my space. All right, so that's 2 in insanity. He blocks for 2. And he automatically gets that, but I do gain an insanity in the process. All right. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with the 2 red die. I'm going to go ahead and attack. All right, so that is 1 and 2, hitting him for 3. So that will go ahead and kill the state trooper, which will give me an insanity. And then I'm going to use 3 to attack the hellhound, who is just coming with 1 blue. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. And he does nothing. I actually should have used that to beat up the Hat Man. Okay, so that Hellhound is gone, and then I gain another insanity. All right. Next, what we're gonna do is, I think that was 1 action. My second action, I'm gonna move onto the space of the Hat Man. All right. And then I'm going to attack the Hat Man with my cleaver here, okay? I'm also going to spend... I'm going to do both of my abilities. So I'm going to spend 3 to activate Witchery, which is adding a red die, and I get a lightning bolt to my attack, all right? And then I'm going to spend 2 to use before attacking. I can add... a success in Holy or success in Fire. I'm going to do success and Fire. Okay, so he will take another one. All right, so I am rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get an additional red for the meat cleaver. I get an additional red for the witchery. And let me roll what I got first. Whoa, bro, what? That is crazy. All right. So that's what I have rolled there. I'm going to spend a red to go ahead and add another red die. All right. So that's what my rolls are right there. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and roll him to see what he's got. Jeez Louise. Wow. So he's blocking 6. He already has an issue. That's just dumb. That is dumb. So that's 1, 2. Nothing. A lightning bolt doesn't give me anything. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 1, 4, 5, 6. Plus an extra success is 7. So he blocks all of that. All right. And then he's going to counterattack. Like, this just makes me want to give up, dude. Like, this really just makes me want to give up, is what this really makes me want to do, because that's dumb. That's just dumb right there. So he would counterattack, and then he's going to blink down to Liana Tincrow and attack her, and then, yeah. I mean, pretty much, there's no way. Let me see. So I got the book. I found the book. I'd have to kill the Hat Man to get the bottle. So there's no way I'll be able to complete this, because then I have to go all the way up there. All right. Because let me check. EC7 is the bottle. Yep. You found the bottle of wine. Take it to ECJ. So then I would have to, let's just say that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's a round over. Boom, boom. Hat Man will go boom, boom, boom. And then it'd be 1, 2, 1. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I mean, like, I can try it and cut it close, but I think the defeat is inevitable. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and, yeah, that's just frustrating. That is very, very frustrating as to what is going on here. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'm getting pretty frustrated with this game. Like, I love this game. I want to love this game. It's just these scenarios are way too long, man. They are just way, way too long. I mean, this is going on 3 to 4 hours for one scenario. And like I said, there's no way I don't think I can win this, because in this instance, the Hat Man, to kind of take you through my thought process, right? So I have 2 turns left, okay? So I have two rounds in order to complete my objective, okay? And so basically what would need to happen is the Hat Man would attack Wolf of Walday. Then the Hat Man would teleport down to Liana Tincrow. He would attack Liana Tincrow, okay? Let's just say she takes some damage, all right? And then that would be the end of Wolf and Walday's turn, all right? So then we would go to Ian. Ian would get to move, let's say I moved him 1, 2, all right? And then I moved him 1, and then this would be the edge of 2, right? So he would have gone from 1, 2, 1, 2. He would have to go 1, 2, all right? So that would be the end of 1 round, okay? Then everybody would go. So then the Hat Man would attack Tincrow again, okay? The Hat Man would attack Tincrow, all right? And then what would happen is the Hat Man would teleport to Ian McFellow, attack him, and then everything else would function. Now, Ian cannot flee from a boss monster spot. So Ian would have to use an attack. I would have to go 1 and then attack him. He would teleport away back to Liana Tincrow. He would attack Liana Tincrow. At this point in time, Liana Tincrow would probably die, right? And then I would be on my last track card, which the Huntmaster would step off the track, okay? And then that would be signal the defeat of me for this scenario. So that's kind of how the rest of the scenario will play out. But all right, guys. Well, look, thank all of you that joined the stream and watched live. If you guys are watching now after the stream, I hope you enjoyed the content. I'm sorry that I was not able to be successful. That is kind of frustrating that I was not able to be successful. Again, my impressions of the game. I do enjoy this game. I do like playing it, but again, I do really feel like there's a certain point in the game where these scenarios just take way too long, right? Like, again, I get this is a scenario campaign style type game, but I don't want to be spending 3 hours, 4 hours on one scenario when all this stuff is coming out, right? I think they could have shortened this scenario just by doing a couple things. Like, instead of adding this asylum tile, you just had these 4 tiles here and you allowed me to get what I need to get, right? And that would shorten the scenario. Or like, you don't even have that other tile. You just have like, I think with this game, what I'm trying to say is I think each scenario should only have 4 tiles. You should only be putting out 4 tiles for each scenario. And I think that's where each scenario should stop. Okay. But as always, guys, hope you enjoyed the content. Be on the lookout for some more videos. I'm going to go ahead and kind of take a break from filming for the rest of the day, because I've been filming over 2.5 hours now for this stream. But I appreciate you guys so much. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have not already, hit that notification bell, guys. All right, y'all have a great one. Bye.